Welcome to a new edition of the 84 Hour. Yes, we're here. Don't talk about my moms, yo. You know, the jam-packed episode for you this evening. So let's get right to it, shall we? What up, Unruly? Good to see you, my brother. BTC in the place to be. What up, DS? An hour, who has that kind of time? It's a good point. Two bros, what's up? Road Dog. C3, my man. Keep it comics, my dude. 84 time 84 4444444. Well said, Lasso. Big B, Ben Compton, straight out of Compton. Yes, sir. There's my man, Zach B, the Hawkeye. Yeah, man. Fantastic. So, yeah, I just felt compelled to do a live stream. I've kind of been busy and stuff lately. But, you know, I kind of missed missed the live stream connection. You know what I mean? Your boy kind of had a stressful day today. It was a whole to-do. It was a whole thing. So I feel like I need a happy place. I needed to end the day on this kind of note. You know, a little hang, a little distraction. You know what I mean? From the daily rigmarole, you could say. What's up, JoJo? Flicks and Comics, good to see you. Big Shaq in the house. Rock City. Hell yeah. So I have an agenda, right? This is probably one that I'm going to timestamp after I'm done. Because I got a little agenda here. We're going to start with Star Wars books. I picked up a pretty sweet Star Wars haul. I posted a couple on the gram, some of the bigger keys. But there's plenty more where that came from, so we got that on the agenda. I got a commission sketch cover. I commissioned an artist that I found on Instagram to whip me up a sketch cover, and I received that today, so I'm going to show you that. I'm going to do a quick 84 review of Wandavision. I'm going to tell you the best, what I think the best MCU movie is, because I went and watched. I've watched a bunch of MCU movies, rewatched a bunch of them lately, and I came to the conclusion of what is the best one of all. I'm going to share that with you. And you know what I'm saying? And lastly, I'm going to real quick show you a CGC submission that I'm putting in, which, again, we're all friends on Instagram, so you've probably seen the post, so I'm not going to make a big ordeal out of it. I'm just going to run through them real quick before I package them up, because I'm probably going to do that tonight. So before they're packaged up, I'm just going to do a quick. What's up, Mr. Garrett? Good to see you, my friend. House till the end. Bake the Snake. Mastodon. Aficionado. Hell yeah. Okay, so you've seen the lineup, dude. We got a packed agenda tonight, so no time to dick around. Let's get right to it. We're gonna start with the Star Wars haul. So I picked up a run of Star Wars. It's at like this, I don't know if I call it an antique store or retro store. Like he sells records there and stuff, but he has comics. And he had a whole run of Star Wars from number 1 to number 87. And I've had my eye on it. I'm like, man, Star Wars is kind of hot right now. I was like, maybe it'd be wise for me to pick it up. Full disclosure, I'm not a big Star Wars guy, so I am getting them to, probably part with them, but they're still pretty damn cool. The one thing I didn't know is I knew he had it, but I didn't really go through the conditions of the books. Because I knew roughly the price that he wanted, but I was like, well, I got to see what kind of condition it is. And I went through and, dude, they held up nice. So here's the big ones. Spoiler alert, these are going to be in my CGC submission at the tail end of this show. Star Wars number 1 it's not as minty as a lot of the other books are. It's got a few ticks in it. My civilian prediction is like maybe an 8.0, something like that. But it's still a pretty nice copy. 8.5 maybe. But then these two, the number 42 and the 68. First Boba Fett, of course, and cool Boba Fett cover, but also first Mandalorian. So I guess that's why this is like a bigger money book. So yeah, man, those were like some of the bigger marquee ones, but there's plenty more. Like I said, where that came from. Yo, what's up, Gorilla Todd? Good to see you, brother. And yo, shout out, like I said, I kind of alluded to I'm probably going to part with some of these Star Wars books. Straight up and down. I'm going to be joining Gorilla Todd this weekend, and I'm probably going to be putting up some of these Star Wars books. So just a heads up on that. All right, let's go through these. So number 2, and again, pretty high grade. What up, T-Bone? James Howard. Yeah. Number 2, I forget what's key about number 2. First, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 3, which Chewbacca like totally does not look like Chewbacca. Like that nose, he just looks like a Sasquatch. He looks more like Sasquatch from Alpha Flight than he does Chewbacca or Harry and the Hendersons or something. But yeah, Star Wars 3, Star Wars 4, 5, 6. Why not? Let's just jump to 81. 43. That's the debut of our boy Lando. Oh, okay. These are in my lights, so that's. I'll run through some. There's so many of them, so I'm not going to go through all of them. But number 7, these are still in the bags that he had. Ocho, which I always thought was cool because it has like that green rabbit is like Bucky O'Hare, right? The green. He had his own cartoon, Bucky O'Hare. Is that him? Number 9. 10. I gotta put these in new bags. I be getting triggered off of like crinkly bags, because the books are so clean. But when you see them in this bag, it makes them look less succulent. You know what I'm saying? They're very succulent books, but you wouldn't know that from these bags. You know what I'm saying? 13, there's Chewy. Looking a little more like Chewy, I think. I think it's the nose. You need to get the nose right. Oh, I just let a couple slide, but they didn't really take a big fall. Pick those up. Oh, this is kind of cool. Number 14. Again, like, is it just me or does Chewbacca look crazy every time they try to draw him? So anyway, I'll just start to skim through some of these. That's number 21. That's a cool Darth Vader cover. That's a nice Luke Skywalker cover on 17. Oh, floating heads. If you want Kamagories, floating heads, you could bust out this one. He's like a Goro-looking dude, 4 arms. So, you know, I guess I've always kind of looked at Star Wars comics as like, it's just like licensed. I put it in the same category as like, just licensed property comics. The same as a Transformers comic or a Indiana Jones like movie adaptation. But, and I still kind of feel that way, but you got to give respect to, they did a lot of original stories. Like, my understanding is that only a fraction of these actually tell the stories from the movies. Otherwise, they came up with a bunch of original content. And like, Star Wars is such a long-running comic book series since the 70s. It's like, I guess we got to respect it as a legit comic book series. Mr. Miracle kind of, I was on a grader's notes with him. And, you know, he made me respect it as a comic book, respect it in the comic book medium a little more. Even though, you know, I do think Star Wars just is best served on the screen, you know? But what are you going to do? They released some of the early Star Wars books before the movie was released. That's why the characters... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because the character designs are a little wonky. Unruly's not a big Star Wars comic fan. There's some serious creators. Dude, I noticed that too. Because when I was going through... Dude, John Byrne worked on some of these. You know, Howard Chaykin did the cover of number 1. So that's true. Let me see if... Oh, look, Carmine Infantino. Carmine Infantino worked on this section of the run. So that's a good point by Todd, that there are... Let me find some of the John Byrne ones. That was pretty dope. Pretty psychedelia. Al Milgram. Biggie Shaq says he always dug the wars. The wars, brother. I gotta find some of these John Byrnes. I'm not sure what era. Oh, that's a cool one. Look at that. Super Size Star Wars Saga, number 50. Gorilla Todd's shouting out Simonson. The Third Law. Okay, don't make a fool of me. Comic book run. Show me the Burns that I know I saw. Oh shit, look at this. Luke Skywalker. Pariah. Damn. Yo, what up? Superpower Review. Kevin. You didn't miss too much. I got a jam-packed agenda, and this is first item on the agenda. the Star Wars run. And I'm just determined to find the John Byrne issues. Oh, look at this. This is Cockrum and Bob McLeod. So Dave Cockrum and Bob McLeod worked on this one. So, yo, man, you gotta respect the creative teams. Looks like Infantino did a healthy section of the run. Is it the early ones that have John Byrne? Here we go. Here we go. So John Byrne and Terry Austin. See that? Byrne, Austin. So yeah, John Byrne wet his beak on that Star Wars check. So it's pretty cool, man. Got myself a little Star Wars run, and it also included like, it was 1 through 87. That was the last issue of the series. The series went to like 107, is my understanding. And then there's some annuals. King size annual 1, 2, and Trace. I know he's trying to draw like Darth Vader doing the Force choke, but it looks like he's holding like an invisible cup of coffee and he's about to take a sip or something. Or he's at the Starbucks counter and he's like, let me get that venti no sugar. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like a menacing choke. It looks like he's reaching for a cup of coffee. Just saying. So bang. That was item 1 on the agenda. I like that Lando book. Star Wars. So I went for it, man. I pulled the trigger. It was, I'm not going to lie, it was a decent chunk of change that I invested in them. But, dude, those freaking, those like marquee books, the Boba Fett, the 68, the number 1, like the conditions are really nice. I'm like, oh man, I got to take, you don't get a lot of opportunities to buy full runs like that. So I just took it. I figured it'll work out fine. Ah, yeah. Yeah, Darth Vader probably takes his coffee black. That's a good point. Ruben Guzman. What's up, brother? I think he's feeling them, says they're great. Yeah, I'm taking them too. I'm starting to kind of grow fond of them. Big O FGCU. What's FGCU stand for? Have you ever told us that? Boom. All right, that was item number 1. And if you recall, item number 2 was I commissioned a sketch cover off of a dude on Instagram. That's right. And here it is. I'll show you the goodies that he sent me first. And it's like, bro, I don't think he knows me or anything, but he hit it right on the head, bro. He sent me a thing, a little card that he did of Silver Surfer and Galactus. So I was like, hell yeah. I don't know if he has, like, if that's what he sends everybody or if he just saw my Instagram profile picture or some shit. We'll see. Yo, Thunderhouse. What's up, man? Some solid issues in there, but also some cheese. Yeah, I can see that. Kachung, Delphia. Great to see you guys. And bro, look at this. Look at this on his card. Brian Lacey Art is his name. And dude, Silver Surfer in the ASM 300 pose. That is sick. That is sick. I might try to bite that. Maybe I want to try to draw that. I want to do like my own surfer ASM 300 pose cover. And the sketch cover that he did for me, let's hit that beat. Because it's the MF Doom mask, dude. Yeah. Did a nice little Doom mask for me on a Fantastic Four blank. Pretty cool. Rest in peace, MF Doom, man. You know, I just want a little something. He was a rapper that I, really dug. And it's like, I never thought of that before. I'm like, dude, that's so perfect. Because obviously it's influenced by Dr. Doom. And to have a Doom mask sketch on a Fantastic Four blank, I just thought it was really cool. I think he did a great job on it. Fair price. So shout out to Brian Lacey, man. Oh, let me show. BrianLaceyArt.com and just Brian Lacey Art on Instagram. Hit him up. He was a pleasure to work with, yo. He was, good communication. I'm happy with the product. He shipped it to me in a nice top loader. The whole bit. So that was cool. T-Bone's digging it. Iggy Shaq. Thanks. Thanks, James. What's up, Schultzy? Yeah, boom. All right, that was item 2 off my list. I really have an agenda. I put an agenda together for the 84 hour. Because I figure if I'm going to come back, I'm going to come back on point for you guys. All right. Wandavision. So I watched Wandavision. I've noticed it's been somewhat of like a topic of conversation. People have been doing some reviews. I actually just watched John's Comics for Kids did a review with his girls and stuff, and I'm seeing some differing opinions. Some people really like it. Some people thought it was boring. So I figured I would just throw my hat in the ring too. I done seen it. I'll tell you my review. Oh shit, son. Hold on. Let me drop something. Let me drop something right quick because someone just showed up that we need to bring in style. Because he's certified NWO, and I just got to replicate. For Aaron. For big Aaron, dude. Look at that profile picture with the Oculus Rift. He's in the 3D zone right now. What's up, Aaron, bro? So, WandaVision. It was... I will say, I won't say that I loved it, per se. It has the things that it has going for it is like it's super unique. It's definitely unique, creative concept, different, which right off that, you got to give a show points for not being some formulaic paint by numbers show, bro, because we get so many of those with comic books. Like, even though I was pretty much a fan of Titans on HBO Max or whatever, DC Universe thing, like that's a very paint by the numbers kind of show, Titans. WandaVision is not that, it's definitely high concept. A common thing that critique I heard is that it's slow. And not much happens. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta agree with that, I understand it's a TV show. And because I hear like, well, it's not a movie, it's a show, you got to give it time to build, which is true. But it's only a 9-episode show. You know what I'm saying? And it almost feels to me like, sometimes on comic book series, people will say that the guy is writing for the trade, right? It's like, it's pretty decent, but you can tell he's writing for the trade. And I think that kind of applies to WandaVision. Because writing for the trade kind of means like the individual issues don't feel like a kind of complete story with their own story arc. Like the individual issues don't necessarily feel very satisfying. They're just like building you up. They're using the early issues as build up to something later. Writing, to read it in trade format. And I think WandaVision kind of does that because the first episode, even the first 2 episodes, they don't necessarily feel that fulfilling. But it's cool they're dropping a lot of Easter eggs in there. Like it has, I wish they leaned into the creepiness a little more. I wish it was a little more Twilight Zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because most of it is they're reenacting the sitcom style, right? So you kind of feel like you're watching a sitcom, like a 60s sitcom, just with Wanda and Vision in it. And I know that's the idea, but it's like, at the end of the day, you're still watching what feels like a 60s sitcom, which is not high caliber television, let's be honest. Like, compared to the, shows that we're used to now, it's not necessarily high level storytelling. But, I just wish they sprinkled a little more creepy Twilight Zone. Sometimes it just feels a little hokey. I know that's the idea, but it seems like a show to binge watch. I almost want to just like let a few episodes pass and then just watch them in one shot. But I know I'm not probably going to have patience for that. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like Lost. Like, I was a big fan of Lost. And like Lost was a show that it just kept on throwing mysteries. It never answered shit. Or it would answer it down the road, but like half the fun of the show was like, ooh, mystery, mystery, mystery. That's kind of what this is. Anyway, overall, I dig it. It's different. It's unique. One last thing on WandaVision. The chewing gum, bro. It's like, listen, Vision is one of the most powerful forces in the Marvel Universe, okay? He's a bad mamma jamma, dude. Are you trying to tell me that all it takes is a stick of chewing gum to like totally incapacitate Vision? His internal circuitry, which is like akin to Ultron, can't handle ingesting chewing gum, brother? So Superman has kryptonite and Vision has big red chewing gum? Is that what you're telling me? Bro. I understand they were like leaning into the hokey sitcom. It was all for the gag. But I'm like, I have to take a little exception to that. But don't tell me that. Let's not forget Vision's a badass. He can handle eating some chewing gum. He'll be okay. He ain't gonna be all jammed up, incapacitated. Let me get some of your feedback. I think they're using classic sitcom tropes, but there's something in there that will mean something down the line. Yeah, agreed. I think this is all going to play out really interesting and really cool. You know what I'm saying? So I dig it. I'm very interested to see where it plays out. Was the big red gum an Easter egg for Mephisto? Damn. It sounds like a little bit of a reach, but you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. Because I feel like there was a Mephisto Easter egg in that second episode when they mentioned the devil. So I won't throw it out. I won't rule it out. The gum is a metaphor for Wanda's control over this created reality falling apart. No doubt. I feel you. A lot of metaphors happening, and but still, we're still watching Vision get brought to his knees by chewing gum. You know what I'm saying? Is Agnes's husband Mephisto? Shit, I'm not mad at that either. Yeah, it's all very interesting. I can't wait to see it culminate, you know what I'm saying, into what's really going on here. So anyway, positive review on WandaVision overall. My only thing is, I would recommend a binge watch, I think. Moving on. Oh, we're talking MCU stuff. So I'm going to pivot into the best MCU film. Because, bro, I rewatched a bunch of Marvel movies over the past week. I watched Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War and Endgame. I rewatched Captain America, Guardians of the Galaxy. I was just running through them, bro. And they're all good. They're pretty much all good. But then I watched this one movie that I was like, holy shit, bro. This is like a perfect movie. This is, to me, the crown jewel of my favorite MCU movie. It's fucking Civil War, brother. Civil War is such a good movie, bro. It's like, man, one of the best things about it, one thing that can be subpar on comic book superhero movies, when you look at like DC movies, like Wonder Woman 84, like a lot of times like people's motivations don't really make sense. Like they're just thinking about like the action on the page or some shit, but they're not writing it like a real film. Like what's the character's motivation? Why do they feel this way? Does it make sense? Is this probable? Stuff like that. And bro, they lay out such a nice storyline of, they address the need for, what do you call it? It almost kind of addresses like the backlash from Man of Steel, because people were kind of up in arms, weren't feeling like all the destruction that happened in Man of Steel movie. And the way that Batman versus Superman addressed it was like, in the Doomsday scene, they were like, a big explosion happens, like, don't worry, we evacuated the city, da-da-da, and like that was it. This one, it's like they have the beef with Crossbones and shit, and Scarlet Witch has to redirect a bomb, and they accidentally blow up half of a building, and a bunch of people die. And it's not just like, yeah, whatever. It was like, this is a big fucking deal. Like, you guys are getting out of hand, and we need to regulate your ass. And Captain America's position makes sense, where he's like, yo, we can't be government shills. We need to be autonomous, freedom, liberty. It made sense for Captain America to have that stance. And Iron Man being on the other side of it, it made sense for him to be for it. It created like a natural friction that I thought was like so dope. Really good. Bro, they introduced two huge characters. Black Panther gets introduced in that movie for the first time. And they did it smooth, baby. No origin story. Like, it made sense for him. He doesn't just come out of nowhere. His father is the king, so they're at like this diplomatic summit. Like, bro, it made so much sense. He's going after Winter Soldier because he's blaming him for his father's death. Perfect introduction of Black Panther. Perfect introduction of Spider-Man. Like, So they introduced the characters really well. The airport scene, bro, one of the best action scenes. Like, I might, straight up and down, as far as like a big battle scene goes, I prefer the Civil War hero versus hero battle to the Avengers Endgame big battle at the end. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but the big battle at the end of Endgame is very cool. It's very impressive. It's a big scale battle with cool moments in it. But the Civil War one has so much like personality in it. Hero versus hero. It's so fucking good. It's so good. The villain made sense. It wasn't some big CGI bullshit villain. It was just Baron Zemo, a normal guy. And his motivations made sense. He just wanted some payback from his family getting killed. And he's like, I'm not strong enough to just throw hands at these guys. I'm going to turn them against each other. And that's how I'm going to defeat them. So clever. And at the end, after he gets his way and he has Captain America and Iron Man fighting each other, bro, he's on the edge of a cliff with a gun in his mouth. He's about to kill himself. It was like heavy shit. And I'll just end on this. The theme of that movie. And not only is it great dialogue, all of it makes sense, it's exciting. There's no dull moments in that movie. It has a message that is consistent through the whole thing about forgiveness. Because Cap and Iron Man, you know, one of them has to grow to like, they have to forgive each other. Like Iron Man has to forgive Cap for knowing about his parents' death. That Winter Soldier killed his parents. Winter Soldier killed his parents. He has to forgive him for that. Captain America has to forgive Winter Soldier because he was not in control of his body for much of the bullshit that he was doing. Black Panther, when he rolls up on Baron Zemo at the end and dude has a gun in his mouth, he's like, bro, you need to just forgive yourself. Black Panther says, what a great moment for Black Panther. He's like, my father taught me about forgiveness. And you need to forgive yourself and stop blaming yourself or blaming the Avengers for your family's death. Talks him out of killing himself. And then he says, and I need to forgive you. Because at the end of the day, Baron Zemo was responsible for his father's death. He's like, and I need to forgive you. And he puts his claws away. Bro, it's fantastic. It's a quality film. Boom. Civil War is the best. Rewatch it. It's the best Marvel movie of all of them. Come at me. Okay. Sorry, I don't know if that rant was interesting or not, but I really felt strongly about it watching it. I was just like, this is so fucking good. I need to tell someone about it. So yeah, man. What up, CFAP? Oh shit, what happened? DC had a shortage on their books? Come on, DC. Get your act together. You can't put out books right. You can't make movies right. So disappointed in DC. All right, comic books. So, by the way, I've been seeing a lot of shout outs to Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is a superhero 3 Days of the Condor. It's a fantastic spy movie wrapped in a comic book movie. I agree. Winter Soldier is a very good movie. When you think about it, Captain America kind of has the best movies. Like, from Phase 1 is all the early movies. Thor 1, Iron Man 1, whatever. Cap, the first Avenger, is probably the best of all the introductory movies. Civil War is a Captain America sequel. It's Captain America Part 2, Civil War. That one's a banger. And then Winter Soldier, banger. Or maybe Civil War's Captain America Part 3, I don't know. So anyway, tip of the hat to Winter Soldier as well. Yep, Biggie loves First Avenger. I agree. First Avenger is a great movie. Remo says, hands down, Cap has the best movies. Straight up. Cap, best trilogy by far. Yep. Hell yeah. How could you beat it? First Avenger, Winter Soldier, Civil War? Dude, this might be blasphemy for me to say because I'm a big Batman fan. But the Captain America trilogy is better than the Dark Knight trilogy. That's right. I said it. That's right. I said it. The Cap trilogy is better than the Dark Knight trilogy. You know what I'm saying? The Punisher does need new movies. I agree with that. And even though I like John Bernthal, I kind of want a different movie Punisher, if I'm being honest. I want a new movie Punisher. I liked him, but I didn't love him. Doctor Strange is in his top 5. Multiverse of Madness is probably going to be some ill shit, so you might be in for a good treat with that. Aaron agrees. He wants to see a film recast. Let's see. Rise is a little bit of a weak point, but I love it still, and the first 2 Nolan Batmans are untouchable. I'll say the Dark Knight movies are great. I love them. But The Dark Knight Returns, for me, is the only real, like, creme de la creme movie. And there's dull spots in them. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if this is a hot take, but Christian Bale might be one of my least favorite Batmans. In my opinion, I feel like we still have not got the perfect Bruce Wayne Batman in a movie. Michael Keaton was great as Bruce Wayne. I thought Ben Affleck looked cool in the suit. He was a little too juiced up, but he looked cool in the suit. But I was not crazy about Christian Bale's Batman. I think the villains tend to steal the show in those movies. Dark Knight Returns, that Joker performance, the Two-Face, that's a fantastic movie. But the other 2 on the end are good movies. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's a tight one, but it edges out to Captain America for me. Yo, what up, Super Russ? Good to see you, Eradicator, brother. Okay, so we went through Star Wars Hall. We went through the sketch commission that I got. We talked about WandaVision. I revealed my favorite, aka the best, MCU movie. It was Civil War. I was going to talk about Wonder Woman 84 and, like, just contrast a really good comic movie versus a really bad one and just, like, highlight the differences between how you do it right and how you do it wrong. But I don't even think I want to go down that route, bro. I never did a proper Wonder Woman 84 review or anything. I do have some thoughts on it, but I feel like I should show some books. I've been yapping a lot. And my nose is, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my nose is so stuffed up. I got to blast some Afrin up there. But I'm not going to do that on camera. I'll do that later. Excuse me. So we're going to skip the Wonder Woman 84 thing. Maybe I'll give my thoughts later. But basically, in a word, it sucks. No, that might be a little harsh, but it really falls short. Okay. The CGC submission, brother. If you follow my Instagrams, you probably got a nice taste of it. You know what I mean? But we're going to rock through it. We can chat a little bit about it if you like. Uh, yeah, it's probably better not to talk about it. Yeah, it's disappointing. I agree, Aaron. Dick Tracy has a fantastic rogues gallery. And the Warren Beatty movie is awesome. I like X-Men. My favorite homage scene is first Juggernaut in Future Past, even though the movie is shit. Homage scene is first Juggernaut. I'm not sure I follow that. Man, I was like, damn, 84 been playing with his nose. Yeah, can you hear it? I feel like I can hear it as I'm talking. Like my nose is so stuffed up. I'm in a vicious cycle because the only thing that really helps is this Afrin shit. But like the more you use it, the more my like nose relies on it, I guess. It's really bad. I went to an allergist. They turned me into a pincushion. I checked for every allergy out there. They didn't find anything. I went to a doctor to check if I have a deviated septum because I'm like, that's got to be it. It's got to be deviated septum. He checks it out and he's like, no, not. He's like, there's a little deviation, but not enough to warrant the procedure. So I'm like, fuck, dude, what do I got to do to breathe around here? CGC submission. Sorry about that. Tangent. I'm sending the Deadline magazine Tank Girl. And I'm going to reveal something that I was going to keep a secret. I was not even going to say nothing. I was going to keep it a secret. I only shared it with a couple people. But you know what? This is a full transparency channel. Okay? Mag Musings will tell you. I'm an open book, brother. I'm just going to tell you like it is. What's up, Bill? Biggie says, don't tell them. No, Big. I'm telling them, dude. I'm laying it all on the line. So I got this book, and I unboxed it on camera, and I showed the condition of it. And it's a nice condition book, man. There's really no big blemishes on it, right? Well, let me tell you, the condition that this book was in during that unboxing video and the condition that it's in now are two different things, my friend. Two different things. Because it has a brand new ding in it. Look at this corner. You can see it's very visible. In this corner, right here, you can see that crease that goes across the bottom. Look at that bottom corner, dude. Look at that crease. I propped the fucking stupid thing on top of the bookshelf that I have here, on top of this dresser thing. I prop it up. It was chilling. It looked like it was pretty sturdy. And then I turned around to grab my phone so I could get the camera, take a picture of it. And when I turned around, dude, it slipped out and boom, landed on the corner. Increased it. Now, you know, I don't think it's going to have significant effect to the grade. I am going to get it pressed. So I'm hoping that the press can just smooth some of that out. But I guess I earned, the ribbing that your boy gets about dropping shit on that one. Because I did drop it. And it hurt my soul a little bit. But, we'll be okay. So my grade prediction on this, I was hoping to get an 8. And I think maybe I can still pull it off. We'll see. Yo, what up, newbie? Yeah, man. Tank Girl. Good to see you, man. Kenny has more drops than a high school flunky. The next one that I'm submitting is the Thor 337. that Better Ray Bill goodness. I figure, why not? Might as well get this baby slabbed. I don't know if that's a newsstand or not. Are there direct editions of this too? I'm not sure. But condition-wise, it's pretty dang clean. And there's definitely pressable defects. Like in this corner, there's some, for sure, pressable defects. There's a couple, like, spine ticks on it. Like right there. That, you know, are not going to press out. But I'm hoping it can come back, you know what I'm saying, in like that 8.5 grade. We'll see. I haven't got proper consultation from my presser. Once my presser gets his hands on it, he's pretty good at giving me grade predictions. I figure I'm going to grade this one. This was a flea market cop from me. I paid short money for it. I've always thought this book was kind of cool. In high grade, this book sells pretty well. So I'm going to give it a shot. It definitely is high grade, but it's not a 9.8. It's not a 9.8. But I'm hoping we can turn this baby into a 9.0. Can we turn this baby into a 9.0? I love the design of this Spider Girl. Boom. Whoa. I can't reveal, there's a lot of people asking some questions here. I can't reveal that personal information, dude. I can't reveal my pressing contacts. You guys wouldn't know him. He operates he has a little pressing shop in northern Alaska. He's isolated in a frozen tundra. All he does is just bunker down and clean and press books. You wouldn't know. This one right here, dog. Detective Comics 230. Newbie. You never ask a woman her age, and you never ask a guy his presser. Come on now. That's right. Oh, shit. Jackson. What's up, Jackson? He's going to have Big Butt Bertha sit on them. That's right. Bro, I'll never forget. My buddy Vasco, those of you who have been watching my content for a long time, remember there was a little short time when I got one of my friends, Vasco, into comics. Because we used to collect them as a kid, but he got way out of it. And for like a month or two, Vasco got back into the hobby. And we did videos together, and he went to a con with me and all that shit. He's kind of out of it now. But this motherfucker, we went and bought books. And he was like, dude, I think I can probably press some of these books. And he did it on an ironing board with an iron. He got the comic. He put a t-shirt over it so that he wouldn't burn the book. He put a t-shirt over it. He got the iron. And this fucking dude is ironing the book. Oh, I was laughing, dude. It was so funny. I'm like, bro, that's not how pressing works. He's like, bro, I know, but it's got to make it a little better, right? I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Detective Comics 230. I feel like an underrated Batman villain key. This one never really gets brought up. Like, you always hear about the first Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, Scarecrow, etc. But the Mad Hatter he's big time. He's a main rogue. And I think this is technically, even though it's 10 cent, it's a Silver Age. It's like early Silver Age. So I feel like I have the three big Silver Age Batman villain keys: Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Mad Hatter, brother. Now, as far as condition goes, like as you can see, it presents That's right, man. You can't keep me down. You can't keep a good man down, dude. I'm back. You know what? It's all thanks to my sponsors. I called one of my sponsors up. I said, I need you to pull some strings. They said, fine, we got you. One condition. You got to make sure you play a commercial during the 84 hours. So I said, deal. So, shout out to Folgers for helping me out of that jam. Detective Comics 230, what I was about to say was the condition looks pretty nice. However, there's a spine split on half the book. So one of the staples is popped. I think it's the top one. One of the staples is popped and the spine is split like halfway down. It's not detached. You know what I'm saying? The bottom part is okay. But so I know that spine, that one staple being out is gonna put a ceiling on the grade. I didn't really look up to see what that is, but we'll see. Hopefully, even if I'm being conservative, like I at least hope I get like a 3 on it. A 3 to 4 I would be over the moon about. You know what I mean? This baby right here, Silver Surfer number 3. Love it. Got this a while back. And this one's kind of picking up steam, as I think it should be. This is a book that I think you should grab it now. That's all I'm saying. Because it's not a particularly cheap book now, but this is going to be one of those books that's like, oh man, I wish I copped it before the hype, because now it's $500 for a low grade or a mid grade or something like that. So it still hasn't really popped yet. I feel like there's heavy insinuation, you know what I mean, in the Wandavision, but do I think he's going to actually show up in Wandavision? I'm not sure. But either way, it's inevitable. Mephisto is the man, and just, it's just Silver Surfer 3. So the book is inherently fire anyway. So I've been meaning to slab that one, so that one's getting slabbed. JP's predicting maybe a 2 if it's a half spine. Yeah, we'll see. The rest of the book is so nice. I guess I could use my, what do you call it? My first Black Widow. I got that slabbed, didn't I? Because that one had a partial spine split. And that one came back 2.5, if I remember right. But I think it was in worse shape than this one, so. What's up, Hialeah? Good to see you, my friend. It would be very cool. Rumor has it he has already been seen in WandaVision, like on one of those 2 episodes, or like on set filming. Hey, Conceto. What's up, man? Conceto, has your torpedo package arrived yet, brother? Because, for those of you that don't know, our friend Conceto is from down under in Australia. And I know I sent you that package of the 84 box with an extra something in there, so I'm curious. Shipping's probably really slow international, though. How much does that Silver Surfer go for? Depends on the condition, but if you're talking like lower grade, 3, 4, I think you're talking like a couple $100, $250. And then from there, who knows? In one of the episodes that has aired, oh, interesting. I know they mentioned something about the devil, which seemed like it was on the nose for him. Shelby, what's up, big dog? Torpedo has landed. Fantastic. Heroes to icons. What's up, man? Let's see. So continuing through this CGC submission, which I'm going to be packaging up. I said tonight, but I'm getting late. Probably tomorrow. The 3 Star Wars books. So I have 1 through 87, and I decided to grade 1, 42, and 48. So, I left out some books that, some could say maybe you should grade them. Like number 2, I forget what like the key is, but people said number 2 maybe you could grade. First Lando, because they're all pretty high grade. But, I decided to just grade those 3, and because I'm probably going to try to sell some Star Wars lots, from that run. And I think it'd be nice to keep some of those smaller keys in with the run, just to make the runs, so that I'm not just like, hey, I plucked out every single key. Would you like to purchase just the run filler ones? I thought it'd be nice to keep some of those small keys. So if I sell, if I put up for auction or something, some little chunks of the run, I can include some of the keys in there too. So it's kind of cool for the, 81's a key too. Is that the one with the cover? Yeah, this one. 81 is that one. We are back, baby. So the Star Wars books, Superman, Superboy, King Shark, baby. This book, even at a 9.8, I don't think it sells for that much. I think it's like $100. $100 at a 9.8. But the thing is, this book, there's very few books in this world that I hold them in my hand. Is the audio bad? Is the audio bad? There's very few books in this world. Well, let me hear this audio. Hold on. I hold them in my hand. Is the audio bad? A little staticky sound, maybe? Yo. There's very few books in this world that I hold in my hand and say, this is a 9.8. But this baby right here, dude, it's such a crispy, pristine copy. I bought part of a collection of somebody, and he had the Superboy run 0 through 12 or something like that, and they were all 9.8 crispy mint. You could tell they never even been opened. The thing, it doesn't look like anything was creased, insane. So I figured, why not? I paid $1 for it. Paid $1. It's so clean. It's a 9.8. I'm just gonna submit it. Vancouver, brother. Thanks, man. Moving on. Young Avengers #1. I figured this one deserves to be in the grading queue. Enough said. Young Avengers 1. Let's do it. Is it a 9.8? I don't know. It's a 9 point something. But we'll see. So we're grading that. Oh, you know what? This might be interesting. There was these books here were the ones that were in contention, and I'm opting not to slab them. One of them, this was the hardest one to not slab. Blue Beetle #1, the first appearance of The Question, Charlton Comics, baby. The condition on this thing, it's probably like a mid-grade, maybe like a 4.5, 4 to 5.0. I'm just gonna hold off, I think, on this one. But that one almost made it. This one almost made it. The Batman was at 96. Batman 96. The 1 in 25, I think. 1 in 25. Design variant for Clown Hunter. Yo, I love Clown Hunter. One of my favorite runs from this year was that whole Joker War, introduction of Punchline, and this dude, Clown Hunter. And I think this is his first appearance too. So I considered it. I love the cover, but I decided nay. And then these two. I mean, they're not big books. When I show you them, you're going to say, oh, okay. But they came from the same collection that the Superboy came from, which means they are so pristine. I feel very confident that they're both 9.8s. And I also paid $1 for each book. And it's this pair right here. Simpsons Comics #1 and Itchy and Scratchy #1. And I just thought, like, man, that's a cool pair of books. It'd be pretty cool to have like a little 9.8 pair of Simpsons and Itchy and Scratchy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think I'm going to do it, man. This one's a nice book, though. I mean, I'm a big Simpsons fan. So I might just have to wait on those. What do you guys think about the Simpsons one? You think that's worth submitting, considering the background story on them? We back. Wow, is the wow for the Simpsons pair? Yeah, he says great price. You know, you can't beat $1. I'm cool just having those in, Mylars. They're fine, but it'd be sweet to have those two. Now, here's the big boy. There's a book that there's a book that is also going in the submit. I showed you 10 books. And even on Instagram, I showed 10 books. But there's actually 11 books that I'm submitting to get graded. And the last book is one that I currently have graded. And we need to crack this baby, press it, and bump that grade. We're going to see. The ASM 300, 9.6. I'm doing it. Fuck it. I'm rolling the dice. It's a little nerve-wracking when you know you got a 9.6. It's already a really high grade. Do you want to run the risk of cracking it out of the slab, having someone mess with it, press it, ship it? So many variables that could maybe make the grade go down. But I can't get over this right here. in this corner box. You can probably see it through the slab, bro. Let's see. You want to keep your eye right towards here, the end of the word Marvel. See if I can catch a light. There's a little, can you see a dent? There's like a little dent in the corner box. There's a little dent in the corner box. Right by his hand. And it's a crease. It's a crease right across that corner box. And when I look at the rest of this book, I mean, obviously just the front and back cover, but when I look at the rest of this book, I don't see anything wrong with it. So I'm assuming that this corner box had something to do with not letting it get at 9.8. So I feel like that can get smoothed out. I'm going to send that bitch in. And if it comes back 9.8, it's going to be the biggest investment. Not the biggest investment. It's, yeah. Because, also, sidebar is, I said this before, I'm not a big fan of this book. I don't like the cover. I'm not a Spider-Man collector, really. I feel like it's a little overpriced. And I'm just not an ASM 300 guy. So I got this strictly because it was a good deal. And I think I can sell it later. Conceto said the back cover. That's the back cover. So I'm going to sell this mug, okay? And if I bump this shit to a 9.8, it will be the best buy ever. Because I got like $500 into it or something like that. It was $500 and then I traded a first Iron Fist, if I recall, for this. And dude, the jump on this book, let's look at the Go Collect real fast. The jump on this book from 9.6 to 9.8 is like astounding. It's astounding. Because at a 9. And this is just Go Collect. Go Collect is probably, I think it's higher than this. But as far as what Go Collect, my app on Go Collect says, 9.6 says 1450, right? And 9.8 says 4400. It's like thousands of dollars, like 3,000. Even though I think it probably goes for over $5,000. I think I've seen a 9.8 sell for over $5,000. So like, what a huge jump! If you can get a 9.6 for 1,500, but a 9.8 costs you 5,000, isn't that wacko? I can't believe it. It kind of annoys me, honestly. But whatever. I'm just gonna play the game. I'm just gonna play the game and see if I can get it to 9.8. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put that shit straight on eBay. Unless someone is interested or something, whatever, but if someone really into like, well, let's not count what is it? Let me not count my chickens before they hatch. We don't know what it's going to come back as, but maybe I'll have a 9.8 when it comes back. So I really hope so, man. I really hope so. Take care, newbie. Check him out, going live at 9:30. That's 20 minutes from now. I probably got 5 more minutes here when I'm going to say goodbye. So you can check out Newbie. Thanks for stopping by, dude. What's up, Carlito? Oh, thanks, brother. It's been so long since I've done one. Vancouver says, will always be an incredible copper key to own. No doubt. No doubt. It's objectively a cool and important book. It's just one that never quite Never really did it for me. Oh, snap. Look who snuck in here with his eyeballs. What's up, Perry? And, yo, hold up. Did I not notice that Stone Cold Steve Whiting was in the chat? Whoa. My fault for not addressing that Stone Cold royalty, brother. Good to see you, Steve. So, yeah, here's a lightning round of the CGC submission. We're going to crack this baby, see if we can get it 9-8. We're going to send Tank Girls deadline number 1 in. We're sending in that Thor 337 Better Ray Bill. Spider Girl. Oh, why don't I do a keep sell? Because I don't know if I mentioned before, but like I'm really going to slow down my collecting this year. I have a big purchase to make, non-comic book like purchase thing to make at the end of this year or the beginning of 2022. So I have to like aggressively save and stack cash. So I'm going to be selling probably some of my nicer stuff as the year goes on. So just FYI, I guess. Just working towards something. There's certain books that I covet that are not going anywhere, but this is going to be sell. This is going to be keep. Thor 337 Better Ray Bill is going to be sell. What If 105 is going to be sell. Detective Comics number 230, you know that's a keep, baby. Silver Surfer number 3, that's a keep. But if the book like explodes, if Mephisto starts throwing fireballs and shit at the end of WandaVision, and like it goes out of control, maybe so. All 3 of the Star Wars books are going to be sell. Superboy, sell, and Young Avengers, keep. Not because I'm necessarily like extra partial to Young Avengers. I just don't think it's quite the time to sell that book yet. So yeah, there's a couple keepers in there. Detective, that Mad Hatter key for sure. The Silver Surfer Mephisto, the Tank Girl. So there's a couple keepers in there, but yeah, a good portion of them, I'm kind of slabbing them with the intent to like put them for sale later, eBay or what have you. So yeah, man, we did it. We did an 84-hour. Sincerely, thanks everyone for hanging out. I needed this. A little bit of a stressful day. I needed this like unplug from all that shit. This was fantastic. I yapped a bunch. We went on to all different topics. I showed you the Star Wars pickup. I showed you the sketch commission from this guy. MF Doom mask on an FF blank. I thought that was cool. You got the review of WandaVision. We talked about the best MCU movie, Civil War. And we looked at the CGC submission. So as promised, we got through all the topics. You guys were fantastic the whole time. Aaron, yep, we had one little technical difficulty, but we stuck the landing here. We're doing good. Thanks, Thunder Bro. He's wishing me some luck on some high grades. Appreciate it. All the best to you guys as well. I appreciate your company. And, till next time, guys. Have a good night. God bless America. Peace.